Thank you for the question. I'm really glad to welcome Mark here to our cabinet retreat. He is a real addition to our team. Mark is a friend of a personal friend, of very long standing.
Of course.
He's someone who I talk to often and whom I've talked to often about economic policy since becoming finance minister. I had a long conversation with him over the weekend. It's really great for our team to have Mark providing advice to the Liberal Party so that we can support Canada and Canadians.
Two wet puppets like each other. No surprise there.
Well, in terms of Mark's policies, views, I think those are questions for Mark.
The question was about carbon tax.
I think you guys know my view on hypotheticals. As I learned during the NAFTA negotiations, it's never a good idea for a politician to answer hypotheticals.
There are questions about Trudeau stepping down now. It's hard to hear them.
Look, it is important to be candid with Canadians, and it's been a summer when Canadians have been candid with us. And I think all of us have heard Canadians have a lot of frustrations.
With you.
It is so important for us to hear the concerns of Canadians, to listen to those concerns, to act on them, and to deliver. And that is what we are all absolutely focused on doing, starting with the Prime Minister. I think I've already answered that question, but I'm happy to answer. I'm happy to answer again. So let me just say about Mark. Truly, Mark is a personal friend of mine of very long standing.
We don't want to hear
I have been talking to Mark about the economy since long before I became a politician. And as soon as I became a minister, I continued to talk to Mark and get his advice and talk about ideas with him. He is a highly respected Canadian economic leader. It is a really good thing for our party and for Canada and Canadians that we are now able to draw even more on Mark's advice. He and I had a really good conversation over the weekend, and I'm really looking forward to continuing to work with him. Okay, I need to go to caucus, but before I do, I do want to comment
fleeing.
on
She doesn't
one
like
other
the questions.
There is a film that is due to be screened at TIFF today in Toronto about Russian soldiers at war. Ukrainian diplomats and the Ukrainian Canadian community have expressed really grave concerns about that film. And I do want to say I share those concerns.
Nobody asked this question.
We have to be really clear that this is a war where there is no moral equivalency. This is a war of Russian aggression. This is a war where Russia is breaking international law and committing war crimes.
What does this have to do with?
There is very clearly good and evil in this war. Ukrainians are fighting for their sovereignty and for democracy around the world. And we as a country have to be very, very clear that there can be no moral equivalency in our understanding of this conflict. It's not right for Canadian public money to be supporting the screening and production of a film like this. Merci beaucoup.